Hey guys, Miss Lindley here. We are doing the Inequalities Unit Test Part 1. Please put in your block number, your last name, and your first name. Question number 1. To solve the inequality 4x plus 7 is less than or equal to 39. Remember, you have to get rid of the addition first. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. Bring your 4x down, is less than or equal to whatever it is, and then you'll be dividing. Make sure you use your scrap sheet of paper and your calculator. Question number 2. Which of the following inequalities represents the phrase 3 less than twice a number is at least -1? So the very least amount that it could be is -1. So what sign would you be using for that? Number 3, Caleb mows lawns during the summer. He is paid $100 for the week plus an additional $6 for each lawn that he mows. If Caleb would like to earn at least $215 for the week, what is the minimum number of lawns he must mow? So I'm going to help you set that one up. So he's getting $6 per lawn. Well, we don't know how many lawns, so that's going to be X. He gets paid $100 per the week. And he wants to make at least $215. So he wants to make greater than or equal to $215. I set up the inequality for you. You need to use your paper and pencil and your calculator to figure that one out. If x is equal to -1, then which of the following inequalities makes a true statement? So in your calculator, you're going to plug in the -1 for the x. So I will do the first part for you. I'll kind of show you an example. So that means you'll put in -4 times a -1. Remember, when two numbers are next to each other like that, that's multiplication, plus 9. So you can put that right in your calculator, and you have to see if that is greater than 20. If it's not, go on and try to do the next one. But remember, you have to plug in a -1, so you have to times it by that first number and then do whatever the second part says to see if it makes the inequality true. Okay? Excuse me. Benny earns $12 per hour as a lifeguard. He earns a bonus of $75 for taking a training course. Which graph best represents the number of hours Benny must work to earn at least $399? So we don't know how many hours, so we know that's X, and 12, that goes with the X, right? I will set this up for you. You're going to have to solve it, and then you're going to have to find the correct graph. So we're looking at 12x. He earns a bonus of $75, so he earns that. So we can go ahead and put 75 there. And he wants to earn at least, so the minimum he can get is $399. So he wants greater than or equal to $399. So I set it up, you have to solve it, and then you have to pick the graph that is correct. Paulo's grandfather gave him a collection of 20 coins. Each month, Paulo adds 4 coins to his collection. Which inequality can be used to find m, the number of months after starting his collection, when Paulo will have more than 50 coins in his collection? All right. So he gave him a collection of 20 coins. So he started with the 20 coins. Each month, he gets 4 coins. So you have to say, because it's asking you M, and M means month. So where does the M go with which number? You have 3 numbers here. You have 20, you have 4 coins to his collection, and he wants to have more than 50 coins. So you have to figure out where M goes, and you have to set up the inequality. Which number could be a solution to the inequality below? So remember, you're going to go ahead and solve that. And then remember, you have to look at the sign and say which number would fit into that. You're not going to find the exact answer. You have to find which one would fit into that. What could X be? Which inequality is not true when X equals -2? So again, with that, I'll show you that with the first one. In your calculator, you have to put a -2 in for your X wherever it is. So this one is multiplication. Remember, this one means division. This is just subtraction, and this one is multiplication as well. So if you stick that in your calculator, does that make that inequality true? You have to find which one is not true. Which statement can be modeled by X plus 3 is less than or equal to 12? A, Sam has 3 bottles of water. Together, Sam and Dave have at most 12 bottles of water. Jenny sold 3 cookbooks. To earn a prize, Jenny must sell at least 12 cookbooks. C, Peter has 3 baseball hats. Peter and his brothers have fewer than 12 baseball hats. Kathy swam 3 laps in the pool this week. She must swim more than 12 laps. So which one makes the most sense for X plus 3 is less than or equal to 12? Number 10 says, Josh has a rewards card for a movie theater. He receives 15 points for becoming a rewards card holder. He earns 3.5 points for each visit to the movie theater. He needs at least 55 points to earn a free movie ticket. Which inequality can Josh use to determine X, the minimum number of visits he needs to earn his first free movie ticket? So which one of those would kind of be the same thing as what we just read? For the next one, substitute the given variable to determine whether the inequality statement is true or false. So I'll kind of give you an example on the first one, and you have to do the next 2 on your own. So the first one says 2x minus 8 has to be greater than 16. You have to put in the 14. It says if x equals 14. So you have to actually put in the 14 and put that part in your calculator. Minus 8. 2 times 14 minus 8. And you have to see if that is greater than 16. If it's true, you're going to put true. If it's false, you click false. So you're going to have to do the same thing for number 12. X minus 12 has to be less than or equal to 0. So you have to plug in a 12 for x and put it in your calculator, see if it's true or false. And for number 13, -3 times x minus 6 is less than or equal to -5 if x equals -2. So again, you have to put in a -2. So you have to do -3 times -2 minus 6. Is that less than or equal to -5? If it is, you put true. If it's not, you put false. Questions 14 through 15, solve each inequality, then match it to the corresponding graph. So you're going to go ahead and solve these. So 14, 2x minus 5 is greater than -13. You solve that, and which one does it match? Graph A, graph B, or graph C? The second one, -4x plus 3 is greater than or equal to 15. Solve it. Does it match graph A, graph B, graph C? And that's it for that. Once you're done, turn it in, and we'll get on to part 2.